Hello, Lynn. Welcome to the speaking test. Let's start with part 1. Who do you think is usually more polite, older or younger people?
In my opinion, it depends on the person himself, not the age. Some young people are polite since they have decent upbringings, and some middle-aged folks can have terrible manners because they have had rough time during their whole life. I mean, the virtue of politeness should be educated and cultivated by everybody.
Is it important to be polite in your country?
Well, I think yes. Politeness is a great virtue and is pivotal in Vietnam. For example, Vietnamese people exchange greetings, use the words please and thank you when necessary, congratulate others on their achievement. I mean, being polite helps people to obtain respect from others and grow relationships in society.
How do children learn good manners?
I think children learn to be polite mostly by observing their parents, since they imitate very well. Some children are reprimanded when they act impolitely, and some observe the way their parents communicate all the time. You know, good etiquette comes from education. If children are well educated, they will behave politely.
Now we'll turn to part 2. You'll be given a topic and you have 1 minute to prepare. Please describe an environmental problem that has occurred in your country. Time's up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Well, Vietnam has been tackling with environmental deterioration in recent years, and among the problems, I think air pollution is the most serious. I can hardly see the blue sky for a while since the smoke has covered. Aside from vehicles, construction sites, and manufacturing factories, smoke and dust are emitted from domestic waste management as well. When I take a ride around the West Lake, the lung of Hanoi, I witness columns of smoke rising from landfills. I can even feel the burning smell of plastic and waste. Inhabitants in some areas, especially in suburban areas, are used to bringing trash to landfills and burn it. That leads to unhealthy air quality and is the reason why we should not go out without wearing a mask. So, to deal with this problem, first, I think people should cut down personal waste by trying to quit using single-use products such as plastic bags, plastic bottles, and as an alternative, they can buy their own individual pitchers, lunch boxes, and bring out with them when buying food. My second suggestion is picking low-hanging fruit. We can purchase package-free products and handmade items and try not to throw garbage all over the place. Just keep the trash with us until we find a bin. Little changes we make every day will have reduced the amount of non-recycled products consumed in the countries. And last but not least, the involvement of the government is essential. Leading agencies can impose policies on protecting environment, such as recycling, and on limiting the amount of pollutants discharged into the environment.
Thank you. Let's move on to part 3. In this part, I'd like to ask you a few more questions related to this topic. Do you think you will recycle more or less in the future?
I positively believe that people will become more active in recycling in the future. We can see the messages about environmental protection being conveyed through newspaper, television, and social media in our day-to-day life. People now are properly raising awareness about recycle. Recycling is not difficult. There are several tutorial videos on the internet about how to make decoration with plastic bottles or how to make eco brick. I know many people are so dexterous, recycling is just a piece of cake for them.
What should the individual do to help protect the environment?
I think all individuals in the community are responsible for the environment. There are a few things that people can certainly do to handle this problem. We should use public transportation more often, such as buses or GrabShare, where we can share the ride and the fare with other passengers going the same way. Moreover, we need to stop packaging everything to reduce plastic bags and use more biodegradable products.
Do you think you will recycle more or less in the future?
I positively believe that people will become more active in recycling in the future. We can see the messages about environmental protection being conveyed through newspaper, television, and social media in our day-to-day life. People now are properly raising awareness about recycle. You know, recycling is not difficult. There are several tutorial videos on the internet about how to make decoration with plastic bottles or how to make eco brick. I know many people are so dexterous, recycling is just a piece of cake for them.
Thank you, Lynn. That is the end of the speaking test.